Seabirds are ocean-going birds that spend most of their lives at sea and only return to land to breed and raise their chicks. Seabirds and penguins around the world are threatened by overfishing and being caught in nets, as well as habitat destruction, oil spills and climate change. New Zealand is hot property for seabirds. Of the 360 species of seabird, 86 of those breed in New Zealand and 38 of those breed nowhere else in the world. Hundreds of years ago, New Zealand was covered in seabird colonies, and all of that seabird poo helped to fertilise our forests. Unfortunately, introduced predators have decreased their numbers significantly. However, on the Kaikoura Peninsula, locals are going to huge efforts to bring the birds back. I'm here on the Kaikoura Peninsula with Mike Morrissey and a little friend. Mike, what kind of bird have we got in here?
This is a Hutton shearwater.
What is special about the Hutton shearwaters?
Well, this is the only place they live in the world, and they're endemic to New Zealand and the Kaikoura Mountains.
What's the story with the colony here?
We brought the birds down from the mountains because they're under a lot of threat up there, and we're trying to establish a colony along the coast here where we can have a colony that, if anything happens up there, we've got something to fall back on. First of all, we've got to go up into the mountains where the birds are nesting, and then we try and get chicks that have only got about 3 weeks before they leave, and bring them down here and we put them into these artificial burrows, and then they stay here and they're fed once a day for about 3 to 4 weeks.
Mike, these are fascinating little birds. They're seabirds and yet they live in the mountains. What's that about?
Well, the nests are up in the Kaikoura Ranges, 1,700 metres roughly above sea level, and they go in there to breed.
You've got a pretty awesome sound system there. What's that for?
Well, the sound system comes on every night, and it's virtually a copy from what's happening up in the colony where thousands of birds are there making a lot of noise, calling each other. So this is just to make the birds here believe they're in a great big colony.
What's the long-term plan for this colony?
Well, hopefully, and it's happened this year, we've had one bird and one of our original chicks has come back, laid an egg, the egg has hatched, and so we've got a young one here. And in time, we hope to have thousands of birds in this colony here.
Well, it seems that giving those high-flying Hutton shearwaters a helping hand into a home is a great way to look after seabirds in New Zealand. If you see a seabird near you, why don't you take a photo of it, send it in to us, and we'll put you in the draw for this week's Enviro Prize.